witches, blessed be. This is Way Raven over here, and I know I always say I'm super excited every time I film a video for you guys, but today I'm super excited because this is a video that has been on schedule like for a year already, and there's just so many things that I always have to do a different video every time I plan for something and something else comes up, and I either have to answer one of your emails or something like that. But I am super excited that finally this date has come, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about Black Mirror scrying. But before we go into the information on how to do scrying with a Black Mirror, let me share with you the making of my Black Mirror, and I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy. It's a short little video. Enjoy it. We're going to go buy a frame with glass inside because I want to do a tutorial video on how to make your own Black Mirror for mirror scrying. So let's go get our mirror. The first store that we're going to check out is called Hopes and Dreams. It's a secondhand store, and we're gonna go check and see if they have frames. I'm really excited. Please wish me luck, because otherwise we have to go to Michael's or to Hobby Lobby, and they're gonna cost me an arm and a leg, and that's not the point because I run a big one. Let's go. So it's Hope and Treasures, not Hope and Dreams. I never remember things. This is the first frame that we got. It's pretty big. It was $4.50. So now we're gonna go to the other secondhand store. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, so now we are at the Salvation Army thrift store. So let's check it out. So everything here is a little bit too much more money than what I'm planning to spend. So this place is a little bit too expensive. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything here. I'm gonna show you what I bought in Hobby Lobby. Sorry about the light, but I got some brushes. Hopefully they'll be good for my acrylic paint. I bought this glossy acrylic paint. Hopefully it's going to work. Unique glossy. I'm thinking unique glossy. It makes sense. I'm gonna go home and we'll start doing our mirror. I'm so excited. So as soon as I got home, the first thing I did was to remove all the clips from the back of the frame. Please make sure with the glass was really sharp. I clean it with soapy water, and then I just used paper towel to dry it. I then put the glass on top of the back of the frame just to make sure it was safe somewhere. Got my Anita's glossy paint. It was pretty good. My little brush. And I start painting away. This was pretty fast. It didn't really take that long. I did do 3 coats because it was still see-through. Every coat I was drying with my blow dryer, and it was drying really fast, and there it is. For the frame I used chalk paint, and then I put a stain on it, and I finished with gilding wax. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that little video. I'm going to show you how my Black Mirror came out. I'm going to introduce you to my Black Mirror pretty soon. And I hope you really enjoy this video, and I hope you get to do yours. I actually invite you for you to try to do Black Mirror scrying. I have not done it yet, not in this mirror, so I'm going to really start doing this. I was telling my man also yesterday, and because he's been with me through the whole process, maybe we'll both start doing mirror scrying and getting some messages and take advantage of this beautiful magical tool to get information and messages from the other side. Now, before we go into the video, I want to say thank you so very much to Mickie Mueller. Mickie Mueller is so amazing, guys. If you haven't seen her YouTube channel, I strongly invite you to check it out. I'm going to link this channel in the description of the video. But Mickie is an illustrator, and she also is an artist, and she also writes books. I had the honor of buying this book from her. It's called The Witch's Mirror, and it's all the information that you need to have about mirror magic. The book is amazing. She was also so awesome to send me this PDF from when she made the book, and I'm just so excited. I really want to make a video on this book because mirror magic is a lot more than Black Mirror scrying. So there's a lot of magic done with mirrors. A lot of people think that all the magic that you do with mirrors is actually bad. That's not necessarily the case. There's many things that you can do with mirrors. That's another video that is going to be coming up soon. We're going to be talking everything about mirrors, and I'm going to be taking my information from Mickie Mueller's book, The Witch's Mirror. If you have the opportunity to get this book from her, please do. I will also link in the description of the video her Etsy shop because it's pretty amazing. For the video that we're doing today, I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to get this book. The Art of Black Mirror Scrying by the amazing Rosemary Ellen Guiley. I cannot stress this enough. If you are going to start working with Black Mirror scrying, this is a book that you must have in your library, witches. Rosemary Ellen Guiley is not in this world with us anymore, and I think that's tragedy. But Rosemary Ellen Guiley has dozens of books on magic, spiritualism, and encyclopedias, and I strongly suggest that you research her and you get some of her books. Rosemary Ellen Guiley used to do seminars on how to do Black Mirror scrying, so I consider her an authority when it comes to this topic. So it's really important, witches, that if you want additional information on how to do this, you get this book, because this book is going to be a guide for whenever you get in sticky situations and whatnot. You're going to have all the information in here. Everything I share with you guys today is going to be based on the information that I got from this book. So please enrich yourself and get yourself this book. Scrying had been used for millennia to communicate with the dead. Anything that was shiny back hundreds of years ago, like for example, metals, crystals, stones, a bowl of water, arrowheads, swords, knives, ink, blood, oil, any of these shiny surfaces, in the words of Rosemary Ellen Guiley, has the power to pierce the veil. It has the power to open the door for you to communicate with the dead realm. These are some of the things that we can see when we scry a black mirror. We can see the dead, we can see our future lives, we can see the astral plane, we can also see the afterlife. For that reason, witches, mirrors are considered a necromantic tool, a tool that pertains to the dead. Necromancy is the summoning of the dead for the purpose of prophecy. So when we are doing any type of necromantic rituals, the purpose of this ritual is for you to communicate with the dead, for them to give you some type of important information. Back in ancient Greece, this was such an important thing to do, such an important ritual, that they developed these chambers that the Greek will call necromantium, and they will summon the dead through the process of scrying. Nowadays, people call these chambers, or these rooms, or these spaces, psychomantiums. Nowadays, these rooms don't have to be anything special. You can use a walk-in closet if you have one. You can use any small space in your home or any place that you have dedicated for magic. Mirror magic is not necessarily going to reveal visual experiences, but it will facilitate profound insights and messages. And this happens when we reach a deep outer state of consciousness. Throughout history, people like Eliphas Levi and Nostradamus used mirrors for scrying and getting messages. And in the art of Black Mirror scrying, Rosemary Ellen Guiley speaks about many more people that use to scry for messages. Now let's talk about the present. Back in the 1980s, Dr. Raymond Moody revived the mirror as a spiritual tool. And as a matter of fact, we owe him the name Psychomantium, which is the scrying history is truly fascinating. If you want to get more information, please make sure you get this book so you can learn a little bit more than what I'm telling you right here. I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg. Okay, witches, so it's time for me to introduce you to my beautiful black mirror. Look at this beauty. It's so ginormous. I love it so much. This is my black mirror. I made it myself. I'm pretty sure you already saw how I made it because I've shared this with you in here. And do you see how he has pretty much no reflection right now? This is how you want to read it. I'll explain this to you later on in the video, but when you have your black mirror, 8 by 12 is a good size of mirror. The little small ones that you can fold and put on the table, but you should put your mirror in the table, for example, just like this, so the mirror can reflect the ceiling of your room and you don't get a lot of images in here other than just the blank, dark reflection of this mirror. So this is my beautiful mirror. I am totally in love with it and I hope you like it too. Okay, which is so hands-on. Now, how do we get our mirrors? So number one, you need to get a mirror that really speaks to you. Get something that you're attracted to, something that you feel comfortable with. You want to keep away a very colorful frame. Black mirrors are supposed to be framed on black, and if they have a little touch of silver, it's great because silver is related to the moon, and the moon is related to the subliminal. Any size is going to be good. I personally prefer that bigger one that I made, but you don't have to get such a big mirrors. Actually, I think nowadays we can even scry on our iPhone. While I was writing all the notes that I was going to share with you guys today, I just realized that my iPhone was sitting next to me, and I just realized like, oh my gosh, this is so dark. I can literally scry on my iPhone. So turn your phone off, and if you can scry on that, you can totally scry it on the screen of your phone. It's extremely dark. It's like the perfect little pocket black mirror. Now, like any magical tool, before you use it, you want to clean it and you want to consecrate your mirrors. And guys, when I say mirror, and this is something that my man was telling me because he got a little bit confused, I know mirrors is something that you look at yourself in the mirror to put your makeup on and whatnot. This is not a mirror like that. This is a glass that has been painted black and it's reflective, but we're going to call it mirror because that's how it's called. Mirrors and glass absorb every single image, so it's so important that you clean this mirror prior to use. Another thing that I strongly recommend is for you to put it under the full moon. So whenever we get our next full moon, if you want to put your mirror in there and have the moon directly hitting your mirror, that's something that I'm going to do with mine, and I think you should do with yours. Now, make sure that you dedicate your mirror to light and to good information. Do not use your mirror for ill magic, for bad magic, for evil magic. Don't get yourself in trouble. Remember, that mirror is going to be a legit door to the beyond, to the spiritual realm, to the dead realm. So you do not want to be using this mirror as an evil tool for magic, because that's the door that you're going to be opening. So please be very mindful about that. This mirror should be your helper for information and to get profound experiences. Now, witches, if you want to magnetize your mirror, you want to just pass your right hand right in top of your mirror. And when you said magnetize, is to add some energy into the surface of this mirror. So you want to do this with your right hand for strength and power. Once you finish with that, you want to do it with your left hand for sensitivity. So make sure you put your energy into your mirror with your hands. Remember, with the right hand is for power and strength, and with the left is for sensitivity. Which is, these are not things that you have to do every time before using your mirrors. You only do this whenever you feel like you need to recharge it. If you've been using it for quite some time and you think it needs a boost, no, everything needs a boost once in a while, then you can repeat this charging, presenting this, consecrating this, cleansing it again. You're going to feel it. You're going to get really in touch with your mirror. Especially if you practice a lot, you're going to feel when to do this. So storage in your mirror, that's entirely up to you. You can storage it if you want, or you can leave it out if you want. Personally, I will not leave it like in a living room, or I will not put it in my bedroom either. I'm planning to leave it just in my witch room. I'm going to hang it in the wall. I leave this up to you. There's not a rule of thumb. A lot of people like to cover their mirrors with black cloths. It's entirely up to you. That sounds good. Maybe I'll do that as well. Let me know what you do. Okay, now let's talk about your scrying area. You want to dedicate an area for that. Whatever corner in your home that you find, dedicate that area for scrying. And again, base it the size of your mirror on the space in your home. Don't get something really big if you're not going to have a place to put it. Get something smaller if you don't have a big area in your room. Just make sure that you dedicate a little area just for scrying. Light. The light should be dim, and this is the beauty about black mirror scryings. You can use color magic for your intentions. So you can use any type of colors for your lighting. Just make sure that it's not too bright. It has to be extremely dim, and make sure none of that light is reflecting in your mirror. You want the least possible reflections on your mirror. Again, let's talk now about your mirror position. Your mirror should be maybe a little bit inclined so it's not reflecting you. You don't want yourself in the mirror. You don't want lights in the mirrors. You don't want any reflections of anything in the mirror. So now I understand this is really hard to do. Okay, but you're going to try the best as possible not to have any type of reflections in your mirror. I put my mirror in the table, and that's probably how I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the mirror maybe flat in a table in a dark room, and I'm going to scry on it. And that's what I recommend for you guys to do if you guys can do it. Otherwise, if you're sitting in the floor in front of your mirror, maybe you can tilt your mirror a little bit so it's not reflecting you, it's reflecting more the ceiling of the room where you're at. Now, sound. You can use your headphones if that helps you. Maybe you like sounds of nature. Maybe you like white noise, binaural beats. I mean, I love binaural beats. So whatever is best for you, that's what you're going to use. And if you don't want to use any type of noise, then you don't have to use any type of noise. So what time should you be doing this scrying? Listen, that's something that only you're going to know, because you know when your house is busy, when there's more noise around you, when you're actually feeling in the mood to doing something like this. For whatever reason, I still don't know. I got to do the research on this. Rosemary Ellen Guiley does not recommend for you to do scrying from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. I don't know why. I have to read more of her books in order for me to give you that information. However, she tells you in her book that whatever time you choose is best for you, then is whatever time you choose is best for you. Take in consideration doing this during the day, maybe in the morning or midday or even in the afternoon, if you are a beginner and you are maybe, just maybe, a little bit scared. Try not to do it at night until you have some experiences. The session. Let's talk about the session, which is, so what do? You're going to sit in front of your mirror and you're going to have your intentions. The reason why you are scrying in the first place. You want to create your protection shields. A lot of people like to do a circle before doing the scrying. You can call upon your ancestors. You can call upon your guides. You can call upon gods or angels. Whoever you feel is going to protect you during this travel. Set the intentions. Talk to your mirror. Tell your mirror what you want. Tell your mirror the questions that you have. Set your intentions and have that very clear when you begin your session. Next switch, relax. Relax your breathing, relax your heart rate, relax your brain, your mundane brain. All the things that we're thinking that relates to this realm that we're living, the mundane world, get it out of your head. I think that's when music really helps. So get that out of your head. You want to relax and you just want to enjoy the moment, which you gotta enjoy the moment. Now we're going to do the mirror gaze. You have to unfocus your eyes. You know, we're looking at something, we're very focused in something. You have to do the opposite. You have to unfocus your eyes and you have to submerge yourself in that dark pool that the black mirror is. You're just going to start your travel. You just want to get inside that darkness. And don't look at it as something scary. Look at it like something profound, something wonderful. You're going to feel distracted. It's going to happen. When I started meditating, even now when I meditate, I could get distracted. Do not force anything. Don't strain your eyes. Don't force anything. And keep on practicing. Do not lose hope. Just keep on practicing, this is how we develop our psychic. So now, like with meditation, you're going to lose sense of time. It is very important that you set a little alarm, maybe some wind chimes, maybe something really gentle to bring you back into yourself. Rosemary Ellen Guiley recommends a session from 30 to 45 minutes. because she said anything longer than that will be a lot of information and maybe too draining. Test yourself with the time. Maybe 30 minutes for you will be too much. Maybe you're okay with 20 minutes, or maybe you can do an hour and you're happy with an hour. Usually the time goes really fast when you're meditating. So I'm pretty sure that when you're doing Black Mirror scrying, it's going to be the same way. So time yourself. You know how to do it. I'm pretty sure you're going to figure it out, but make sure you time yourself. Now, closing the session is very important, which is that you understand that this is a door that you have open and it needs to be closed. So the same way you sat down and you talked to the mirror and you told the mirror what you wanted, this is time for you to tell the mirror to close his door. Thank the mirror for the opportunity that has given you. Close those doors. Call upon your ancestors, your guides, or whoever it is that you call in the beginning, and tell them to close that door for you. And you also disconnect from the entire experience. However, you want to make sure that you have a notebook close by so you can write down all the information that you got while you were in that trance. Last but not least, witches, be prepared to have scary experiences. It's normal. But just make sure that before you do any type of exercises with a black mirror, think about the things that you have in your head. Have you been conditioned to feel like this is going to be scary? There are many times that people out there start practicing with many different things and they get bad experiences. Make sure you are in peace with what you're doing. Make sure you're confident with what you're doing. If you think this is not going to work out for you, please don't force it. Don't do it. Maybe you want to learn a little bit more so you feel more comfortable when you do it for the first time. And that's it, witches. Thank you so very much for watching this video. Share this video with more people if you think this video is going to help others. I love my black mirror. I can't wait to share some experiences with you. Please email me layerofthewitch@yahoo.com and go visit my website White Raven and Witches Lair. Go to my social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And until next time, witches, stay smart, but above all, stay wicked. Bye.